Next up, the Feather Cup. And the first track actually fits for this cup because I don't know what it means, but apparently in Greece, the feather means something. Tour, Athens Dash. Also, well, it's either this or Singapore that I always see people say is the best city track. So this one could also be a contender for double S. Just saying. I have it an S.
I'd put this one in S too, and I'd personally put it.
Yeah.
I'd put it below Waluigi Stadium.
Above Singapore, below it. Do you like this more than Singapore?
Singapore is above Waluigi Stadium, so I'd put this
one below
Waluigi. Yeah, so
yeah, not quite as good as Singapore, but still good. It is. People love it for the fact that it's the only one that doesn't feel like a city. Like it's ruins. Like you're just in the ruins.
Yes.
They could have easily just made you drive through the streets of Athens, but they straight up. I mean, why would you though? You think of Athens, you think of the what's it called? I forget the word. Pantheon or there's a term for it, I forget right now. I usually remember it, but yeah, you usually think of that. Why would it not be that? Also, oh my god, guys, it's a Fortnite track. It's a current Fortnite season. Yeah, S. I would agree also because I also have it below Stadium. So yeah.
Perfect.
No disagreements there. Now it's GCN Daisy Cruiser. Oh yes.
Part of me wants to put this in S tier. Part of me knows I can't do that. It has to go in A.
I mean, why not?
It's a great track, but it's very basic.
I mean, it's a Flower Cup track in Double Dash, to be fair.
I know. That's like I adore this track for it being the theming. But deep down, I do know it's a very basic, very simple track that really isn't offering a lot.
It's funny, too, because if everyone remembers my Double Dash ranking, this and Waluigi Stadium were two of my favorite tracks in that game. And I think Daisy Circuit or Cruiser was like second or third, because I know I had Dino number 1. This one is like second or third. This is S tier for me.
If you're willing to put it there, I am fine putting it at S tier, but it's got to be low S tier.
You know what? If it's low S tier, I'm assuming you'd probably put it below Athens as well.
Selfishly, no, I'd put it above Athens and Waluigi Stadium, but I know that's pushing it.
I almost want to put it in like high A, only for the fact that we don't have that many A tiers and we need to fill up that tier.
I think we need to make that decision. I think we need to push it into A.
Would you put it with Coconut Mall though? Oh no, that's S. Why do I keep thinking that's an A? What's an
what is the top of? I'd put it below I'd put it below DK. That hurts, but I think I'd do that.
Okay.
If you want to put it above, I'm not gonna stop you.
I want it above. This track is so good.
Okay.
I just say, I appreciate the added color they gave this track with the green and everything. I do like honestly, that. It's aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the definitive version of Daisy Cruiser. Next up, the surprise track of pretty much all of Wave 5, Moonview Highway, which, by the way, could have been Moon Cup because Moonview Highway, but whatever. Moonview Highway.
I'm gonna keep quiet on this one. I don't
care
for this track a lot.
I will point out one thing. I remember ranking all the music in the Boot Scores Pass, and this took my number 1 best song in the DLC. The remix. It actually beat Berlin Byways too. I didn't think that would happen, but like when I listened to them side to side, I was like, "Oh my god, Moonview actually goes a bit harder." I was like, "Oh my god." I have this in S as well. This track is so fun. The bomb cars being back, it's finally great to see those back. And it's funny because they were in the Mario Kart 8 files for so long, the Deluxe file specifically, and they actually had a chance to finally use them. Like those models are new.
I have this in mid B tier. This track is very pretty, don't get me wrong. It does not have a lot of substance. Like, I know, it just kind of feels boring. Like, it's nice to see it back after all these years, but I feel like there's a lot of, especially with the amount of city tracks we have in the game and the amount of traffic-based tracks we do have, it just doesn't really stick out anymore, Fair,
but I mean...
Yeah, my question is, after adding all the tour tracks. They're like, yeah, we're gonna also add the city tracks from the actual games too. Like, what in the what?
I think if they were to do that, Mushroom City would have been the better ad.
Or Mushroom Bridge, I guess, if they're only pulling from Tour, because City's not in Tour but Bridges. But
Yeah.
that's what people are saying. They're like, they really robbed us of a fourth GCN track. and
Yeah.
and
And we got what,
it's funny because
eight Wii tracks, just like 7 or 8
and
Wii
everyone
tracks.
and it's funny because everyone's like, you know, Mushroom Bridge is like a simple track that was like, yeah, but it's like it's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen Mushroom Bridge since DS, so like,
I don't know. I wasn't itching for this track to come back.
I think it took over the placeholder slot too, so that's the interesting thing. And yeah, I don't know. Like if I think it's S. I love it. And also, I think it's cool. The boost panels will randomize like where they are every time you play on it on like the street.
Well,
They're
let's place it
they're never in the same.
somewhere in A, because
You said B. Yeah, you said B. You said S. So we'd put it in middle. What would you? Last one we had in A was we didn't we just put the last track in A? Daisy Cruiser.
Yeah.
Would you put it below that or above that?
I feel like it's gonna be somewhere closer to the middle of A. I think definitely definitely not anywhere near Daisy Cruiser.
In the middle. I think we had like I think Paris I know was there somewhere.
I'd put it below
Okay.
Mushroom.
All right. I don't think I'm gonna convince you to push it one above Mushroom Gorge because I know
Mushroom
how you
Gorge
feel about
is
Mushroom Gorge.
See,
No,
the
we
thing
got
is,
one more in Feather Cup.
I'm repping both me and Slime here for Mushroom Gorge, so it's like I'm trying to keep that one in good favor.
Fine. I can. Yeah, it's 2 against 1. So, oh, here we go.
I know.
He's repping both of you, so it's still 2 against 1. And here we are, Feather Cup, the the last track of Feather Cup for Squeaky Clean Sprint, which, by the way, one of the best names of a Mario Kart track ever.
Shout out Nathaniel Bendy.
Squeaky Clean Sprint. Oh yeah, Nathaniel Bandy got his big house track finally. Because he said Ribbon Road didn't quite do it because it was still like on a track, but this one is just what he wanted. You just literally drive around the furniture in the room.
Yeah.
And it's a bathroom of all things. Whoever's thought we'd have a bathroom.
Yeah, it's an S tier. It's great. It's not as good as Yoshi, don't get me wrong, but it's
I
still
agree.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's definitely S tier, no doubt. Like, there's no way it wouldn't be. This is still arguably one of the more popular tour tracks too. Like, I love how tiny it makes everyone look. It's so just driving around the bathroom. Like, they didn't even like try to make it feel all compressed down like Ribbon Road. Like, they actually just straight up let you drive around the tables and the sink and the bathtub and the toilet. Like, it's perfect.
I would put it above Pinball personally.
Ooh, really? Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I have it right below Waluigi in that tier. In Pinball,
I'm fine
right?
with that. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I also have it below Athens though, and slightly below Maple Tree Way.
It's definitely
You know
not
what?
touching Coconut or Maple.
I'm gonna be nice because it's a tour track, and I want more tour tracks to get really high on this tier list. I'll let you put it above Waluigi
I
Pinball.
knew it. You damn bias.
You know,
I take it back. It's going F tier.
All right, double S, Rainbow Road, Yoshi's Island, S, Coconut Mall, Maple Treeway, Squeaky Clean, Waluigi Pinball, Singapore Speedway, Waluigi Stadium, Athens Dash, A tier, Daisy Cruiser, DK Summit, Sydney Sprint, Amsterdam Drift, Ninja Hideaway, Peach Gardens, Mushroom Gorge, Moonview Highway, Berlin Byways, Bangkok Rush, Calamari Desert, Riverside Park, Paris Promenade, B tier, Rock Mountain, Merry Mountain, Choco Mountain, Mario Circuit, Blue Lake, Sky Garden, Shroom Ridge, Mario Circuit 3, Snowland, New York Minute, London Loop, Toad Circuit, C Tier, Skyhard Sunday, Tokyo Blur.
These aren't
Yeah,
words anymore.
the A tier is definitely more even with B tier now.